Isn't magic. It's a real science experiment. Burn the egg black on a candle and then put it in clean water. The egg turns into a shiny silver one. It's the principle of light bending. Rub the glass on the mouth of a beer bottle a few times while no one's watching. Beer spills out with just one sip. That's how atomic bombs explode. A bowl breaks easily when put in water, but it can make a perfect round hole. That's the power of water's cushioning. It's hard to poke a straw into a potato, but if you block one end with your hand, it can easily pierce through. That's the power of compressed air. Pour some alcohol into sand, add sugar and baking soda, then light it up. It's a magical sight. It's like summoning Pharaoh's ancient snake. Mix baking soda and vinegar in a cup, approach a candlestick, and easily extinguish all the candles. That's using fire extinguishers. Push a lit candle into water with a cup, and it keeps burning. Do you know why? Put frozen strawberries into super-cooled water and they freeze instantly. It's like turning a little water into ice. Fill a cup with water and notice how the arrow changes direction. It's the principle of concave and convex mirrors. Place a base plate on top of a magnet, spin a top, and slowly lift the base plate. The top keeps spinning in the air. That's magnetic levitation. Surround a coin with 6 dry batteries, wave your hand gently, and watch the coin turn as if by magic. Feel the peeled garlic with your fingers. You can separate the yolk from the egg white with your hands. It's called disulfide splash. What you're about to see is not magic. It's a real science experiment. Punch a hole in the bottom of a bowl with a nail. The bowl breaks when knocked, but when you put a bowl in the water, it's easy to punch a perfect round hole. This is the buffering force of water. The thin paper of chewing gum can be cut easily. Align the positive and negative electrodes of a battery to start a fire in the wild. That's the law of electrical resistance. What should you do if the cola pull ring is broken? Take a chopstick and rub it against the mouth of the can. The Coke will open by itself. That's the power of friction. A piece of paper ignites easily by fire, but if you wrap a glass inside the paper, even if the paper turns black, it won't burn. That's heat conduction. A ruler placed in the air falls off when touched, but when you cover it with a thin piece of paper, the ruler won't fall. This is the power of atmospheric pressure. After breaking a match, roll the match head and stick it into some foil. Pinch the top tightly and make a tail with the tin foil. Place it on a heating plate to simulate a rocket launch. Pour a mixture of potassium permanganate and sugar onto the wood. Rub it with a stick a few times and you've learned another way to start a fire in the wild. Rub the glass on the mouth of a beer bottle a few times, then tap lightly. A mushroom cloud blooms in the bottle and beer will gush out. This demonstrates how atomic bombs work. It's hard to stick a straw through a potato, but if you pinch one end of the straw with your finger and poke hard, it will instantly insert into the potato. This shows the power of compressed air. Add baking soda to a glass, then secretly pour in white vinegar. The unknown gas formed by mixing the two can extinguish 2 rows of burning candles. That's how a CO2 fire extinguisher works. Put a piece of paper and a screw between 2 magnets. Connect the positive electrode of a battery to the magnet with a wire, and the paper will spin fast. This is how an electric fan works. Let's turn your kitchen into a lab with these quick science tricks. Pour milk into a Coke, and after a while, the Coke turns clear. Drop some ink on the tip of a leaf and place it in water. It zips around like it has a motor. Quietly sprinkle some salt on an egg, and you'll be able to stand it up easily. Pour alcohol over sand, and then add a mixture of sugar soda on top. Light it, and watch as you create the spectacular Pharaoh's snake. Fill a balloon with baking soda, place it over a bottle of white vinegar, and watch the balloon inflate on its own. A single nail can easily pop a balloon, but a row of nails won't. Ever wonder why? Place 2 balloons in bottles and put them in hot and cold water to see thermal expansion and contraction in action. Attach tape to a water-filled balloon and puncture it in the center. The water stream appears frozen, showing the laminar flow phenomenon. A burnt match head, originally non-magnetic, can suddenly be attracted by magnets. Add a few drops of water to the center of broken match pieces, and they'll magically arrange into a 5-pointed star due to the surface tension of water. Fill a U-shaped straw with water, put one end into a cup filled with water and the other end into an empty cup. After waiting a bit, you'll see the same amount of water in both cups. This is the siphon effect, a common phenomenon. Place a lit candle on water, cover it with a cup pressing down slightly. The candle can continue to burn underwater. Flip a bottle of hot water and place an ice cube at the bottom. The water in the bottle boils again. Ever wondered why? Get a spring, slide 2 matches into each end, and connect it to a 9-volt battery. The matches will start to burn by themselves due to the resistance effect. Wrap copper wire around a screw and connect it to a battery's positive and negative terminals to make an electromagnet, similar to how cranes operate.